Alright y'all, so what's up? I am back. It is the end of my night. It is almost, actually it's a whole new day. So I was gonna make up my bed so that I can go ahead and talk to y'all, because I promised y'all earlier in the vlog that I would just discuss a couple things with y'all. But I figured it is 12:06 a.m. I'm about to get in that bed, baby. I'm gonna wash all of this off and everything else, and I'm getting in that bed. And by the way, this makeup has been like this all day. Like, most of the time my makeup does that, but I mean, I didn't have to do no touch-ups, no nothing. I switched up a little bit of stuff. But anyway, this is not about that. Let's talk. So, try to get this hair looking like a little something. I'm trying to, alright, is that better? Yeah. So I told you guys that I am, going to hold back from, you know, discussing my dating, but, you know, I figure maybe whatever I'm doing or going through will help you if you are in search of true love or temporary love or crazy love or thug love or a husband. Maybe I can help you, because I may just be in search of all of those things at once, because that's what I'm getting. So I said, you know what, Lisa? I had a discussion with myself. Sometimes I have to do that because I am my best friend. And I'm like, girl, so what you want to do? Like, you want to get out there. You definitely want to get somebody. So I do believe in fate. I do. But I also believe that I'm going to put God in this a few times. Although some of the stuff that's been going on hasn't been all that godly. But I'm just going to tell y'all. So I'm like, you know, he sets up provisions and he puts people in your life for some reason or another, season, whatever, to teach you something. Not only that, like, you know, all these different avenues to meet people were created for that reason. So I'm like, you know, you just have to weed out the bad ones. And you really have to have discernment. You have to ask God for discernment, especially if you want to try or be, you know, carry your morals into the situation. I don't even want to go into so deep and say Christian dating, because, you know, everyone's different. Just smart dating, let's put it like that. So first and foremost, I have multiple stories that I can just go on and talk about these fools. But I was like, you know what? I had to think to myself, and I think I told y'all earlier, so I'm gonna skip through all of that if I did. Like, don't be worried. I have a new title. I transitioned from being single to being a monogamy. I transitioned from being single to being a serial dater. Why? Because I felt like that's what I wanted in this point in my life. Like, you know, I was tied down for so long. And, you know, in between some of the breakups, you know, I met a couple of people, blah, blah, blah. I never did anything or anything ever developed really fully from it because I was still attached to my ex. So the Lord has delivered me from that bondage. Like, I felt the chains fall. I heard the heavens open. And I was just like, I took some time for myself, you know, no problem with that, because I've been by myself before. I took long periods by myself, but at this age, I'm like, I don't need to do that long, and I already know me. You know what I'm saying? I already know this me. I am pretty much, I want to always progress, but I feel like I'm pretty much where I'm not going to deviate too far from who I am. Let's put it like that. So I met a couple of guys through friends or randomly, which, you know, did happen in a store. So with my schedule, even in my current situation, and you guys who are already subscribed and who watch my vlogs, you already know what that is, but I'm saying I don't frequent places where you would meet people, or my places that I frequent are pretty much the same, frequent, and you get the same type of people all the time. So I don't find a relationship, love, or a date or a mate there. So I did, after the whole friend trying to set you up thing, a couple of those were okay, but you're boring me. Like, you know, I need some excitement in my life. I do need somebody to match me, but I also need somebody to bring something a little different. I also went back to online dating. Which, ladies, y'all have to be careful. You really, really have to be careful. And one of the first red flags for me with online dating, if the dude is too thirsty or he's too like, so when you coming to see me? When I'm coming to see you, like, okay, meeting you initially, we're going to meet somewhere. Meet, meaning you go to a certain spot and I go and meet you at that same spot. Now, after that, we hook up, we date or whatever. You're going to pick me up from wherever I tell you. I'm not coming to you. That's one thing I won't do. Now, like, I'm not coming to your house. No, sir. If I do have, I'm going to have the whole police squad with me or my whole crew, you know, around the corner with their flashlights and mace and tasers and machetes and knives and guns. But they're going to be BB guns. Because I don't have a license for a gun, and neither do they. Okay? So anyway, well, I don't think I have a license for a taser. But anyway, we're going to be strapped. Okay? So, that's a red flag to me. A lot of things are red flags. I know at this age, or like in my age, for the most part, it's hard to find men, especially young black men, who don't have children already. I'm not against that. I've met some guys who actually have grown children. Grown meaning you're over 18. Thank you. Okay. I've met young guys, and I was like, ooh, that took me out of my element. And if y'all been watching, y'all know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. And I still talk to him. It's just, you know, he's one of my people I'm serially dating. That's a new term. All right, so let me tell y'all this one story, and then we're gonna have to just continue this series because I could talk all night about it. But this one guy I met, right? He wanted to meet up. Fine. When I say fine, I mean giving me all types of feelings that I was like, this ain't what I need. Like, I mean, this is what I want, but this ain't what I need, because you are going to be bad for me. You're going to be dangerous. You're going to take me out of my comfort zone. And I'm going to do things that I might just regret later. I'm just keeping it real. So anyway, you know, not only that, we talked, and I know when I have a connection with somebody, like, I can talk all day. And the fact that a man wants to listen to me and interact with me and we click, like, I can be on the phone like that young baby type where you still had Similac on your breath type of love. I'm just saying. Like, so I get, you know, I am like, turn me on inside. Like, make my heart feel a certain way, make my soul feel a certain way, and we good to go. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everything else will follow. But that's the most important thing to me. So, you know, it gets kind of tiring sometimes going back and forth. They're trying to get to know different guys. So you have to really know how to cut it off. Before, like I think I said earlier, I used to, you know, meet somebody, we semi-click or we click, and I'm going to stick with that person and try to see, you know, what's what, and I will work on that. No, I don't want to work on it. I want it to be fireworks. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be red flags to the point where it's like, run away, girl. You know, so, story time. The guy, I met up with him, like, we talked on the phone for so long. Well, okay, he really got my soul stirring. Let's say that. Okay, we talked on the phone multiple nights, like all night, like not even sleeping, not even tired until the next day. But really clicked. He was smart, well-spoken, a couple years older than me, lucrative, you know, job, pretty much really, really good on paper, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, he was fine as hell. I mean, fine. I mean, Amari Hardwick, Idris Elba, type of fine. So, we meet up, plan to meet up one night, and I'm like, okay, Lisa, get yourself together. Go ahead and meet. Like, prior to that, we only seen each other's in pictures. We didn't do the video chatting. I mean, I think, did he offer? I don't know. it was just like it would be so late by the time we really started talking, because of my schedule or his schedule. He worked nights and he would get home late. Boo-boo, by this time, your girl is in a bonnet and a scarf, because yes, I do wear two of them, two things, and you know, slob dried up on the side of my mouth, no makeup, no nothing. You ain't ready for that right now, boo-boo. You ain't ready for all that yet, so I gotta keep it cute prior to all of that. So we meet up. I'm a little nervous, but I'm cool. We met for drinks at Hula Hands, right? It's a restaurant. I don't know if you all have Hula Hands. So we go sit down at the bar. You know, right away the chemistry was pretty cool. Like when I first pulled up, he was waiting outside the restaurant for me. He came to the door. You know, I put my window down. He kissed my hand and, you know, helped me out the car. And I'm like, okay. So we talking, and it was like split personality from all the conversations that we had. And I knew that it was him because, I mean, I knew his voice by then, you know. I knew certain things about him that clicked. But, you know, when we finally get together, this fool texts me a picture while I'm sitting right next to him. And I'm like, okay. So I look at the picture. And I'm like, if I had on pearls or a rosary, I would have to clutch them and do a Hail Mary or 2 or 3. Because I was like, what is this? So he tells me, oh, this is my other job. So, and I'm still unsure. But on that picture was, I guess you could say, crack cocaine. Y'all heard me right. It was like a plate of crack. Okay. And then he like sent another picture with like all this money and more crack. And I'm thinking, all these conversations that we had and what we talked about, this is what it is. And then for you to tell me that, like right away, like, first of all, you should have told me up front. But to get me here and then tell me that, I'm just like, yo, I gotta go. Now, not only did he show me this, he then says to me, so what's your poison? What? I said, you. I don't have a poison. I'm like, I drink socially, maybe sometimes. I was like, I don't smoke anything, never have. You know, I just never have. And he's like, well, you don't do pills, you don't do, what the hell did he ask me? I don't know, he mentioned ecstasy, he mentioned all types of stuff. I said, no, sir. So he excuses himself after a while to go to the bathroom. I'm thinking, I'm on the phone texting my friends. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go. He comes out of the bathroom. Number one, once he came back from the bathroom, he was walking like a serial killer. Like, really fast, in the woods, with a mask on, about to chop you up, serial killer. I'm like, what? Okay, so he comes sit back next to me. We just talk a little bit more. We get ready to go in the car. He's like, well, you can come sit in my truck. We could talk a little bit. So I got in his truck. Even at that point, the door was open. His truck was actually right next to mine. Okay, so let's just say that. And I had some things in my pocket just in case. And I was local. Very local. Just in case I had to, you know, call in some reinforcement. So he then proceeds to look in his wallet for like a credit card or something, he says. And he proceeds to snort cocaine in front of me. I was just like, is this, am I being punked? Like, is this show on? Like, is this show on now still? Like, has someone taken over Ashton Kutcher's job, and are you punking me? So needless to say, that did not work out. We got up. I got out the car. You know, after a few minutes, I said, well, you know what? This is not really my type of thing. You know, you're a nice guy. I don't know how you left all of this out during our numerous conversations, but this is not something that I'm into. If you want to do it, that's fine, but I don't want to be a part of it. Because, you know, at this point, I don't even know if this is something that he does all the time. Like, first of all, how do you sell the product and you going to smoke it or snort it or whatever? Okay. So, I was just like, closest I've been to drugs and cocaine is New Jack City, Power, and stuff like that. That's it. So, I had to dismiss him. He called a few times after that. And he's like, oh, I don't know what happened or what was I thinking. You were thinking you didn't want this. Okay. So, I got one more story. There's quite a few, but I'm going to tell y'all one more. So, there's one guy I met up with, again, off of a dating app. They are the devil. I'm going to stop doing dating apps. I mean, I met a couple of nice guys, but you was corny. Like, it's one extreme or the other. You really corny. You dry. I'm watching paint dry with you. I'm thinking about going home and washing clothes when I'm with you. So, you know you corny. You know you dry. Okay. So, we go. Meet up. We tried to meet up a couple times and he would cancel, right? And then, like, I know he had younger kids, and I've never had to deal with anybody with younger kids or baby mama drama, because I don't got time for all of that. So, he finds, like, you know what, I don't want to cancel anymore. We're just going to go ahead and meet, and, you know, we'll just take it from there. So, I pull up to our meeting spot. He has a 2-year-old with him. His son. Okay. So, I pretty much just, that was like a 5-minute meetup. Because I was just like, all right, well, you know what? This is not going to work. Like, let me know when you can get a babysitter, dude. Let me know when your baby mama ain't tripping, because she stood you up on purpose because she knew you was going to meet me. Because him and I had been talking for quite a while as well. You know, I take my time before I meet somebody. And one thing I will always be is open and honest. So, you know, I'm not looking to hook up. I'm not looking to have sex. I'm dating. Because if I'm dating multiple people, I'm not going to just pick one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to have sex with multiple guys. And I'm not going to... Is it wrong to say limit myself to one guy when I'm not really sure if he's the one, just for the sake of having sex? I don't know. This might be TMI, but whatever. I'm just saying. So, I don't know, y'all. I'm just like that. It kind of exhausts me, and literally exhausts me with these dudes and trying to meet them and date them and just get to know guys. It can be really exhausting. But on a brighter note, I am dating 2 right now that are pretty awesome. 2 and a possible. Like, I'm playing spades on these mother fathers. No. 2 and a possible. Possible because I just met one. But the other 2 are definitely an upgrade from my past experience as far as my past relationship. And so far, so good. Do I see myself settling down with either one? No, not at the moment. I don't see myself settling down at all right now. You're just going to have to really sweep me off my feet. And I'm a big girl, so it's going to take you a lot to sweep me off my feet. So you better get it together. You got to come with your... You got to be strong. You got to be strong. You got to really shoot your shot. Y'all, how about... Speaking of shooting your shot... I'm not trying to be funny, but I know if you're a female and you have some type of self-worth, or you love yourself, or you have your standards, you know what you want. Like, dating, you have to be, on dating apps especially, you have to be really straightforward and just say, you know, thanks for reaching out to me, but I'm not interested at this time. Or say, thanks for reaching out to me, but I'm dating a few guys at this time. I'm not ready to add anybody else. That's how I have to let dudes down nicely. Because first of all, I'd be like, do you know what your profile look like? Not only your pictures, but your profile. So what would make you think that your profile and my profile, your picture and my picture match up? Your face and my face match up. It don't work. It ain't working. Is that rude to say? I'm just being real with y'all. I don't think now y'all know y'all be thinking that. I'm saying stuff y'all think. Because it's why, dude, what would make you think that I would be interested in you? You have dudes on there that you have to block left and right because they'll get upset if you don't answer them back right away. If they see you view their profile but you didn't say anything, They just keep coming, and it's always the ugly ones. Be careful, y'all. Everybody try to tell you to wait around. God gonna send you your man. You know, God helps those who helps themselves, and that's just the way it is. You know, you have to be proactive. You have to get up, get out, and get something. Is that a song? You have to. I don't know if that's a song, but y'all, that's all I got to say. Get out there and do the things that you want to do and enjoy your life. So with that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be blessed. Most importantly, be a blessing. And if you have not already subscribed, make sure you do so. If you have not already, thumbs up. What are you waiting for? I don't care if you don't subscribe. Just thumbs up the video. You done watched it this long, you might as well thumbs up. Okay? Okay. All right, y'all. LWL. Ooh, ooh, L. Smooches, y'all. Mwah.